Hello and welcome everyone. This is Race on Oz. It's Monday night. It's the PC League. My name is Nick and I'm here to take you through round number 4. We had a little break, had a week off last week, but we are back with race number 4 of the season. 10 races this season, season number 3 for the year. Let's have a look at last time out. So the pro winner was Andrew Lawrence, and he made it a clean sweep. 3 from 3. Took out victory around Donington. The winner for the silver class was Chris Hildebrandt in the 111 Aston Martin. And then the winner for the AM class was the 146. That was James Bridgens in the BMW. And I've got his livery this week. How exciting. I'm excited. I've got Max Rickers as well. Even better. How good am I going? All right. Let's have a look at standings. We're about 3.5 minutes away from getting this started. So let's go and have a look at the tables. So the animated graph now. As we see the rounds ticking by, it was Andrew Lawrenson who took an early lead. Then Matt Frost worked his way up through the rankings here. Well, obviously you dropped your worst round as well, so we've only done 3 rounds so far. We've got a bit of jostling there for position right now as we come towards the end, and we can see that Andrew Lawrenson sits atop of the tables there. He's made it 3 wins from 3 starts, so he's in fine form. Funnily enough, I don't see him in the server at the moment, so potentially he might be racing tonight by the looks of things. I haven't seen any official communications around that. Paul Russell sitting in second there on 166. Terry Rayton having a good season. He finished second last round on 160 points. Paul Russell was the other podium getter there. James Pierre Reid, he's had a second so far this season, 5th last round. He's 4th on 154. Matt Frost has had a couple of strong results, 2 4ths in a row, 148. James Mack sitting there in 6th. He's actually the silver class leader, which we'll get to very shortly, on 125. Max Ricker, after his podium early on, 121 points. Nando Latenzio, a couple of 7ths in a row, 116. Peter Wall, 112. And Neil Fakeney rounding out the top 10 there for the overall standings. For the silver standings, let's take a look here. So we can see Mark Hurley jumped out to an early start. So did Peter Wall, Neil Fakeney. But we will see the tide turn very shortly. We can see James Mack there in the McLaren for Red Rebel Racing, moving his way up through the standings. And Peter Wall there in second. Chris Hildebrandt, after last week's result, jumped up there as well. And as we land on James Mack leading the way, 169 points, 160 to Peter Wall, 115 to Mark Hurley, and 111 to Neil Fakeney. Matthew Marsh, Hildebrandt, Hatfield, Dominiak, Stockton, Rice, and Anthony Cesani yet to open up their account for season 3. In terms of the AM Championship, that only has 5 drivers in it at the moment. Herbertron was leading it. He is leading it still at the moment, so 97 points. He leads the way over James Bridgens, who jumps up from 3rd into 2nd, which we'll see very, very shortly. Here we go. I've got the wrong manufacturer next to his name. I've got to get that fixed for next time. He's actually in a BMW. And here we are. And then having a look at the manufacturer's standings. And it is McLaren leading the way on that at the moment. 330 points. 283 is Porsche in 2nd. And 3rd is Audi on 242. Followed by Ferrari, Aston Martin, Honda, Lamborghini, and BMW. There we go. We can see some more points coming through now. It's tight between Audi and Aston Martin, and you can see there it's not too much separating all 3 at the top there. So that's a snapshot at the standings. And then, have I got the right track map? I don't know if I have. I don't. There we go. So we won't do that one because we are at Laguna Seca. So Might see if I can quickly bring it up. Nope, I don't have one. I don't have one for Laguna Seca. There you go. Alright. So I don't have one. Alright. Anyway, we're about to get things underway. Only 16 in the lobby again tonight, so a little bit light on. Last race was only 16 or so too, so yeah, not too sure what's happening there at the moment. Matt Frost, you can see at the top of the times, a 123 flat. Uh, 047, so nice time from him. Hope you all had a nice weekend.
Green light, go, go, go.
And here we go. We're about to kick things off right now. Some good second notes as well that I might be able to go through. There we go. Alright, who's heading out? Hildebrand is heading out. Peter Wall in the McLaren. Laguna Seca started life in 1957, began as a lake, which is how it received its name. There you go. Dry Lagoon. Laguna Seca is Spanish for dry lagoon. The racecourse was built around a dry lagoon. There we go. Let's see if I can enlighten you with some more insights as we go along. Look at that livery on Max Ricker. That's a cracker. Got it for the first time this season. Making their way out. Chris Hildebrandt, last round's silver class winner. Matt Frost, top of the times in free practice. Track's at 21 degrees, air temperature 15. It's at green right now. So only 15-minute qualifying session. So it'll take a little while for the track to get to optimum. Ambient temperature set to 12 degrees tonight. Cloud 0.25, rain 0.1, weather randomness is 3. It's quite cloudy and overcast in free practice. No Andy tonight, so anyone could win, but Frosty is looking good. Yeah, where is Andy tonight? That's the big question. Come on, James Bridges, get out there. Look at that livery. We got it this week. Very happy about that. Peter Wall though is going to set us off on a first time lap around here. A 1:23.047 is the fastest time in free practice set by Matt Frost. As Peter Ward making his way along turn 3, the right-hander. Sausage curbs are a bit of an issue around here, especially turn 3 and turn 4. They're little mini sausage curbs as well. They can upset the car, especially around turn 3, 4 and turn 5 as well on the outside there. You will see in a moment. It made a bit of a liar out of me. It did. I thought there was one on the outside, on the inside there. There you go. And then up to the famous corkscrew. One of the most famous corners in motorsport. Clip the inside curbs all the way through there. It's a fun corner to take. There's another sausage curb, the little mini sausage curbs. Goes through the right-hander of turn 10. And then out through 11. Only 11 corners, 3.6 kilometre circuit. Short and sharp. What's Peter Wall got for us? We'll find out. A 1:23.842. Max Ricker about to make his way across the line. Matt Frost will be the next one as well in the Honda. Don't see too many Hondas. Wonder if he still races in the VR, but he goes to the top of the times. Nice race, nice time from him so far. A 1:23.197. That's only 1.5 tenths off his practice time. So he's got that car set up to his liking, finding the conditions all ready to be enjoyable. Only short 15-minute qualifying session as Wally Masterson makes his way across the line. He goes up into P7. Carlos Dominiak for his first time lap. He goes up into 7th as well. What about Herbertron? Will he make it a trio of 7 places? As the Red Rebel Racing entry crosses the line. He goes up into 7th as well. Can we go 4 in a row? Perhaps. We got Simeon Coco in the Scuderia Ferrari, the number 7, the AM driver. Will it be lucky number 7? 4 7ths in a row. Let's see if we do it. We miss out by 1. Well, close enough is good enough. Here's James Pierre Reid. He's 1.5 tenths up on his best time. That'll move him up the grid slightly. He moves on to the second row of the grid in P3. That's where he was already. Here's Max Ricker. He remains in 4th position right now. What about Chris Hildebrandt? He goes up into P6. Wally Masterson's 4 tenths up on his best time. He's going to have to improve a little bit more than that, though, if he wants to move up on the grid. Matt Frost, though, leading all drivers at 123.150. Already a 3rd distance through qualifying. Only 10 minutes remaining. 15-minute qualifying session. So here we go. Wally Masterson moves up into P10. Nice work from him. What about Mitch Hayes? Haven't seen him. He goes into P3. He makes his presence known to everyone. What about Paul Russell? Currently sitting 2nd in the championship. Number 6, Kmart Racing Porsche. He's 4 tenths up right now. Hasn't actually set a time, so not too sure how that works. Anyway, 14th. Up into 6th. Good start there from Paul Russell. Maybe Heather Russell's still watching, what's it called? What's that show? You know what I'm talking about, where they do all the military stuff. What's Max Ricker got? P5, 3 tenths up. Goes into P2, front row of the grid. Identical times right now. Look at that. And the top 3 separated by 5/100ths of a second. Wow. How good is this? Hopefully this is indicative of the racing we see tonight. It's super tight. Matt Frost breaks it all up. He goes 3 tenths faster than Max Ricker, but that was fun while it lasted. Terry Rayton, he will improve on his time. He goes up into P2. Nice job from him. What about Wally Masterson? Currently, he's not going to improve his time enough to move positions. Neil Fakeney is down on his time. Why don't we go with Matt Frost? See how he's going. He's about just under halfway through his lap. Head through the left-hander off turn 6. Was there a little early lift there? I think he's pulled out of this lap, judging by the timing screen. Pierre Reid, though, he's continuing away. He's just coming through turn 11 right now. He's 1.5 tenths up on his best time. Will that be able to move him onto the second row of the grid? Yes, it does. He goes into P4. Peter Wall, he'll be the next cab off the rank. He's 1.5 tenths up on his best time as well. He's sitting in P7. I don't think it's going to be enough to improve his position. It is not right now. Carlos Dominiak sitting 15th, the best time of 1:25.385. James Bridgens is out there as well. Going to get him on the screen. But it's Matt Frost leading the way at 1:22.717. Great time from him. Here's Dominiak. What's he got for us? P14. Not a bad start from him. He'll be looking to go a little bit high. Here's James Mack. The Red Rebel Racing entry. So many Red Rebel Racing cars going around at the moment. They're everywhere. P11. Paul Russell. He is 4 tenths up on his best time. That'd be good enough to move him onto the second row of the grid. He's currently P6. Let's see where he shakes out. A 1:23.7 is his best time. He goes a 1:23.272. Good enough for P4. Here's Nando Latenzio in the Big Banger Tribute. And he's got the corkscrew all wrong there, so he'll go again. Last round silver class winner, Chris Hildebrandt, the 111 Aston Martin. 23.8's his best time. Looking to improve that and move up a couple of spots. Goes into P7, so nice work there from Chris Hildebrandt. Here's Carlos Dominiak. Sitting in 15th right now. He's half a second up on his best time. And get him probably around about 13th right now. Let's see. Oh, he's pulled out of it at the last second. All right, is he with the sandbagging there? Maybe, not too sure. Just a tick under 6 minutes remaining. It's Terry Rayton who's the new clubhouse leader. Matt Frost, Ricker, Russell, Reed, Hayes, Hildebrandt, Wall, Fakeney, Latenzio. Will Mac be in there? He is. P7. It's been a popular position tonight. Herbertron, he's currently in P12, 6/10 up on his best time. That'll get him into the top 10. It does, just into P9. What about Paul Russell? Oh no, he's not going to improve on his time. Peter Wall we'll get to. He's 1.5 tenths up right now as he makes his way down through the corkscrew. It's one of those corners where they say, oh, you got to see it in real life to see how steep it is. I have seen it in real life and it is quite steep. So that's a long more time ago now though. Here's Peter Wall, 7/10 up on his best time. Whew, this might get him onto the second row of the grid right now. It does. P3. Nice work from Peter Wall. That's a cracking time from him. 1:22.987. Great driving from the number 17. Look at that silver class driver on the front row, on the second row of the grid. Cracking work from him. Have a look at Wally Masterson, the AM driver in the Conquest Racing Ferrari. He was almost a 10th up on his best time. It wouldn't be enough to move him up on the grid right now. Who else is out there? James Mack. Let's have a look at Peter Wall again. He's struggling. A couple of tenths down on his best time. Neil Fakeney, he's up. He's got a new livery this week as well. Let's have a look at it. Neon Storm Racing. Very, it's got sort of like, it's got like a bit of an 80s vibe about it. Neon Storm, sort of, electric bolts and lightning and that sort of stuff. Nicely turned out car. Here's Mitch Hayes. Haven't seen him for a little while. He's 3/10 up on his best time. Could get him up into about P5 right now as we have just over 3 minutes remaining in this qualifying session. Setting the grid for round number 4. There we go, P5. Good work from Mitch Hayes. Setting the grid for round number 4 of the season. We had a little break. We are back. Here's James Mack. He's not going to improve on his time. He's aborted that lap. Callister Maniac is the next one. He's 3/10 up on his best time. Should move him up a spot if he's able to hold it. He's just a little bit of time there in the Lamborghini, the 77 silver driver. He improves, but not enough to improve his position. Matt Frost goes into P2, front row of the grid. Nice work from Matt Frost. 2.5 minutes left. Still Terry Rayton top of the timesheets right now, a 1:22.717. Matt Frost sitting there in second, 13/1000th of a second separating them. Less than about 3.5 tenths separating the top 5. So we could get some really close racing tonight, which is going to be good. These Ruse grids are generally quality over quantity. Russell's lost a whole bunch of time, so he's 3/10 down. SAS, that's the TV show that Heather Russell likes to watch. We'll go have a look at Mitch Hayes. He moves up onto the second row of the grid into P3. Nice work from him. What about Max Ricker? Is it Max from Pine, I think is his name in the Discord? He's sort of teetering right now. Terry Rayton doesn't improve on his time of 22.717. Matt Frost is out there. He's invalidated his lap though. Mitch Hayes is the other driver. He's slightly down. Peter Wall, he's about 2/10 down on his best time. Max Ricker has just begun his lap. Neil Fakeney's right at the beginning of his lap. Less than a minute left. This is going to be last chance saloon for a lot of these drivers out on track right now. Only got 3 in the pits right now. James Mack, Wally Masterson and Simeon Coco. Mitch Hayes has just invalidated his lap, so that's curtains for him. Paul Russell, he's 3.5 tenths down. He is going to be one of the first drivers to finish up here. Mitch Hayes would be the other one, but he's done. He's invalidated his lap. So Paul Russell, he's 3 tenths down on his best time, so he will not improve. Max Ricker will be the next one. Just coming through turn number 10 now. Don't want to touch the sausage curbs through there either. The left-hander of turn 11 onto the start-finish straight. He's not going to improve on his time. So car number 2, that's the Tanzio. Oh, he's miles down, so he's out of it. What about the 666 from Matt Frost? Can he take pole position in the dying stages of this one? Oh so close. 13 1,000th of a second. The difference in Herbertron. He is 3 tenths off. But congratulations, Matt Frost. He sits on pole position with a 1:22.730. About 3 tenths faster than what he did in free practice. So great effort from Matt Frost there. As that is our grid. So high silver. So Terry Rayton is up. Sorry, Terry Rayton. What am I doing? Terry Rayton is our pole position sitter. Sorry, my apologies. The number 85 Audi. He is our pole position sitter. Matt Frost and Mitch Hayes round out the top 3. Peter Wall, he's 4th, but he's the leader of the silver class, followed by Fakeney and James Mack, who are 6th and 9th respective outright. Herbertron, he is the AM Championship leader. He is 11th outright. He's ahead of class right now. Wally Masterson down there in 2nd in class. Simeon Coco and James Bridgens, who we didn't necessarily see too much of in qualifying. All right, we're going to take a quick little break. We'll be back in about like a minute 20. Sit tight. I'll be back very, very shortly. All right, Rabbit Chip. He's had a 4th, a 5th, and a 2nd so far. Will he get a win tonight? We'll wait and see. Matt Frost sitting in 2nd in the 666 Honda. Mitch Hayes, a return this week, currently sitting in 3rd position right now. Then it's our high silver class driver, Wally Masterson, in that beautifully turned out McLaren, the Shell Racing livery. He's sitting in 4th on the 2nd row of the grid. Max Ricker, he's beginning the race here from P number 5. It's a McLaren 4th and 5th right now. Neil Fakeney in the new liveried Neon Storm Racing, sitting there in 6th in the number 9 Ferrari. Kmart Racing, Paul Russell, entry number 6, is in 7th position. He's got another Porsche for company. That's James Pierre Reid in the Team Super Fun entry, the number 31. James Mack, the Red Rebel Racing entry, number 623, sitting in 9th. Chris Hildebrandt in 10th in the 111 Aston Martin. Herbertron, the highest of the AM drivers, sitting there in P number 11. 12th is the Big Banger Tribute entry of Nando Latenzio. He raced in the AAES 2-hour race on Saturday night around Zolder. Carlos Dominiak in 13th. Wally Masterson in 14th. 15th is Simeon Cocker, and 16th is James Bridges. There we go. Another Red Rebel Racing entry. If you are keen to race in the AAES Enduro Series, they've got another couple of races coming up. Not this Saturday night, but the Saturday night after. It's going to be 2 hours around Kyalami, and the Bathurst a couple of weeks after that. And they've got some more endurance stuff coming up as well. It's been in all of the Discord, so if you are keen, check it out. It's a lot of fun. 40 cars on the grid the other night, which was awesome. We had 70 around Spa a little while ago. We had the ATR 1000, Bathurst 1002 a couple of weeks ago, which was a lot of fun. So yeah, plenty of variety here on the Ruse Network. We also ticked over 600 subscribers, which is awesome. So I don't know what we're up to now. At last check, I think it was like 606, something like that, which was like pretty bloody impressive. So a massive thank you to all our subscribers. It certainly helps us with the algorithm and getting our channel out there. 612 subscribers now, which is so good. Amazing effort. So yeah, if you are watching and you haven't subscribed, please do. It does help out the channel getting up the leaderboard of the algorithm of YouTube and whatnot. So, and like I said, plenty of action here on Ruse TV. Herbertron sitting there in 11th as they get away on their warm-up lap. So what have we got? Track conditions still green. 12 degrees air, 13 degrees track. Doesn't look like we have any rain. So weird. The sky was doing something weird there. Anyway, everything else seems to be alright. I wonder what that was. Don't know if anyone else noticed that, but anyway. There we go, there's James Bridges. Is there a party when it gets to 1,000? Oh, I'm not too sure what we'd do for 1,000 subscribers. Let's get to 650 and we'll start to ponder what we would do when we get to 1,000. Here we go. We've got 60 minutes of racing to have a look at first before we do any of that.
Green light.
There's the signal. Looks like Rayton got a pretty good jump. So did the Honda of Matt Frost. Hayes was in there as well. They're all going to filter down into turn 1. Tricky left-hander. That's Hayes going up the inside of Frost, who's going to go around. This could get a little bit messy here. James Pierre Reid's in there. Max Ricker. Neil Fakeney's in there. Nando Latenzio avoids it as well. Let's have a quick look how this all came about. This is on the replay. Frost got hit by Hayes. Oh, Ricker sort of kind of out of nowhere. And yeah, that got really messy. So unfortunate. We've had that turn 1, lap 1 incident. Terry Rayton has gotten through past all of it though. Russell in second, Wall in third, Dominiak and Herbertron swapping positions. So drivers that have fallen down. Matt Frost has been the biggest loser out of all of that. So did James Pierre Reid. James Pierre Reid just dropped a couple of spots. Neil Fakeney got caught up in it a little bit as well, as they head down through the corkscrew for the first time this evening. And is that James Bridgens. James Bridgens has gone from 16th to 4th in less than a lap. That is incredible. 16th to 4th. He's up 12 spots. Matt Frost, he dropped 10 spots. Neil Fakeney dropped 5. Dominiak up 6. Russell up 5 spots. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, Latenzio, he's right at the rear of the field now. And Terry Rayton has already opened up a 3.7 second gap over Paul Russell. So Russell's got his work cut out for him right here. Peter Wall, a second back from him. And then 1.8 seconds back is Bridgens, and he's got Mack for company. So a couple of Red Rebel Racing entries. James Mack and Bridgens. James Mack, he is the silver class leader right now as he goes up the inside. It's a nice move on Bridgens. This is Hayes. He was the one who got caught up in that turn 1, lap 1 incident. Now, the trusted driver panel will have a look at that. They look at all turn 1, lap 1 incidents as Pierre Reid gets the move done on Masterson. So he's clawing back some positions. Max Ricker. What happened, Max? Let's see what brought him here as we go to the replay. Oh, yeah, just got it wrong there. Oh, he just missed him. That was Simeon Coco. That was Hildebrandt coming through as well as we go back to live pictures. But look at this little scrap going on here. That's Hayes, Mack. Mack up ahead. Hayes, Bridges. Oh, that's Dominiak just trying to slip down the inside as well. Hayes has managed to get past Bridges in that skirmish, and Matt Frost gets past Hildebrandt. Let's quickly have a look at that. This is down the main straight. Looks like he's going to send the move down the inside in the Honda, the 666. Goes deep under brakes and able to get the move done. So nice work there from Matt Frost to take that position. Back to this scrap. Have a look at these guys, Hayes and Mack. They're going at it right now. 4 seconds is now the gap between Rayton and Russell. 1.6 seconds further back is Wall. Another 4 seconds is James Mack, the car that we see here. And then you can throw a blanket over him from about 5th to 11th right now. All separated by about 4 seconds roughly. Should give us some interesting racing. We've already seen some lap 1, turn 1 drama. What more does this race have for us? It's less than 5 minutes old. Fakeney looks like he gets the move done on Masterson, and James Pierre Reid got the move done on Herbertron. So we've got some cars out of sequence right now, clawing back some positions. That's Reid and Fakeney. And Hayes is all over the back of James Mack right now in the 623, sorry. 125. Wally Masterson gets the job done on Neil Fakeney. As we go back to the replay and have a look. That was down the inside turn 1. He gets that job done. So nice work there from Wally Masterson. We go back to live pictures right now. Then Dando Latenzio goes round. Where did he do that? He's got Max Ricker just up ahead there. Sausage curb, boom, right there. I told you the sausage curbs get you around here. And that's upset the car, and he finds himself in the position that he does right now. Back to James Pierre Reid. So he's chasing down Carlos Dominiak. Looks like Rico got past Simeon Coco as well, so that's down in 14th and 15th between those two. So drivers that are a little bit out of sequence. James Pierre Reid kind of was, but not anymore. He started 8th. He currently is 8th right now. Bridgens, though, he started 16th, currently 6th, so he was as high as 4th. And Neil Fakeney and Matt Frost, we might see them starting to move their way through the field as we go to Fakeney. I wonder if he might be carrying a little bit of damage. Some of these cars might be after that lap 1, turn 1 incident. Music Racer, everyone channeling their Inner Perez, yes. Old Checo didn't do himself any favors this morning. Here's Fakeney. Chasing down Masson. Runs a little bit wide. Does that give an opportunity to Fakeney into the corkscrew? 2 into 1. Don't necessarily go there, so I think better of it. And Fakeney will continue to give chase. So 4.8 seconds the gap between Rayton and Russell. That's why I don't have a camera on them right now. Peter Ward just starting to close in a little bit on Paul Russell. Last lap around, a 124.2 to Russell, a 123.7 to Peter Wall. So starting to close that gap up nicely. Get to that battle very, very shortly, but we've got other cars that are a little bit closer on track. So the pit is open. It's a 45-minute pit window tonight. It's a mandatory fuel stop. Everything else is optional for this evening. I've managed to get the race set up tonight, which is good. As Fakeney continues to hunt down Masterson. Oh, so close. Goes up the inside. And gets the move done. Needed to avoid the sausage curves there as well. Nice move there from Neil Fakeney. Chris Hildebrandt dropped down a couple of spots into 15th, possibly inching back to 14th, not quite. So, oh, that's Coco. Round he goes. Let's go have a look at that on the replay. I don't think there was any contact between the two. It doesn't look like it. He's just run a little bit wide there, got on the dirt, and no grip out there, unfortunately. And James Pierre-Reid has decided to take the early stop. So he's taking his stop right now, just after the pit window open, 45-minute pit window. You can see the Kiana up there at the top of the screen. Interesting time of day as well, 9:15 a.m. Interesting. Track's still green as well, so you would think with no wind at these track temperatures, it's going to remain very tricky out there as James Mack runs a little bit wide there too. Let's just see what happened here. Oh, sausage curve. That was the one that got Nando Latanzio. So as I mentioned earlier, it's the little mini sausage curbs, little Frankfurters that they get you around here. I had Frankfurters the other day actually. Still good, even as an adult. Here's Frost on Masterson. They head up the hill towards the corkscrew. Wally Masterson having to fend off the hard-charging 666 Honda belonging to Matt Frost. He's sitting 5th in the championship right now. He's sitting 11th on track, so it's not necessarily going to do his championship aspirations the best of the world of good right here. He's going to hunt down the Ferrari up ahead of him, belonging to Masterson. 1.2 seconds is the gap between Wall and Russell, stabilised there for now. And oh, Frost makes a little bit of contact there. Let's go to the replay. Let's see what happened here. So Frost might have just missed his braking marker, and boom. A little bit of contact. Good that he didn't end up going around either as we go back to live pictures. Another little scrap we'll have a look at here is Carlos Dominiak, who's hunting down Bridgens. And then we've got Dominiak behind him, Atron, Fakeney, Masterson, and Frost coming through as well. There we go. Oh, and Wally's just ran a little bit wide at the corkscrew. And there goes Matt Frost down the inside. So he gets the move done. He moves up into P10. he started in second place, so he's still got a bit of work to do as Herbertron. It's a tricky pit entry here as well at this circuit, so it can catch drivers out. We'll get back to the action on track. James Pierre Reid, he stopped for a total of 37 seconds. He was stationary for 8, so he just took a little splash of fuel there. We'll see what Herbertron does as well. I don't think he'd be changing tyres at this early stage. Still in there right now. So he's ticked over to 37 seconds. Is he changing tyres maybe? Looks like it. He's in there for at least, stationary for at least 30 now. Yep. Still in the pits, I believe. Maybe might have had a little bit of damage to repair. Still ticking over. Stationary for 37 seconds. Chris Hildebrand, oh no! And that was Bridgens as well. We've got yellow flags in 2 spots. What's happened here with Bridgens? Oh, it was Carlos Dominic and Bridgens. Oh, so Bridgens has just gone around there. Right, not too sure. It was all by himself. And the other one was, I can't remember. But, well, we're almost a quarter of the way through. And it's Terry Rayton with a lead of 7.3 seconds over Paul Russell. Peter Wall a couple of seconds back from him. Mitch Hayes hanging in there. His last lap was a 1:23.6. Peter Wall did a 1:24.732. So starting to hunt him down a little bit. That gap is at 1.1 seconds. As we go have a look at Dominiak and Fakeney, a couple of the silver drivers in 6th and 7th right now. Wally Masterson is leading the AM Brigade. That would do his championship hopes a world of good. As Herbertron is currently down in 15th, but only just recently made his stop, so still plenty to play out for him. Oh, Dominiak just sweeping across the front end of the Ferrari. Fakeney. Oh, looking to go up the inside out of the final turn. It's going to be a drag race. Ferrari versus Lamborghini up the front straight. Ducks into the toe. Doesn't quite have the horsepower to match the Lamborghini. The Lamborghini top speed of 236 kilometres. 234 to the Ferrari. So just got it only marginally. Having a nice old scrap here. What that has done though, it's allowed Matt Frost into the equation, so he lapped significantly quicker than both of these drivers on that previous lap. 26.2 to Dominiak, a 25.8 to Fakeney, a 23.4 to Matt Frost. I think Lattanzio gets the job done. As they're going to go side by side into the corkscrew. Fakeney has the inside line. Can he pull it up under brakes? Goes a little bit deep. Crawling all over those curbs. Dominiak side by side with him. He'll have the inside line. Just pulls out of it at the last second. Going to have to be careful here not to give up 2 spots. He does in the end. Frost goes up the inside. He had to avoid that sausage curb on the inside as well. Let's go have a look at that again. That was some good racing between these two. That was Fakeney after he got the job done, and then Matt Frost going down the inside to take position 7 away. He's got a little bit more of a climb to get back to where he started as we go back to live pictures. And Mitch Hayes now starting to close up on the back of Peter Wall. Less than half a second the difference between the two. 24.2 was the last lap from Wall, the 23.8 from Hayes. So pace advantage in favour of Hayes on that previous lap. top speeds as well. Hayes is at 233, 231 to Peter Wall. As we've gone just over the quarter way mark. Pit window still has 36 minutes left. I'm not too sure. Yeah, the sky was looking weird. Anyway, maybe that's just the first that I've noticed it. This is a nice little scrap here between Mitch Hayes and Peter Wall. Highest of the silver drivers right now as well. Wall. Classic overtaking spot down here. Wall leaves the door open. Hayes decides to walk through. And Peter Wall loses the position to Mitch Hayes. So Hayes moves up into P3. He's going to have to give chase to Russell. Last lap around, Russell was a 24.6 and 23.9 to Hayes. So Hayes on a bit of a charge here. He's got some legitimate pace. And he's probably going to just start to walk away. There we go. There's Paul Russell. That's the difference between the two right now. Russell in P2, Hayes in third. Terry Rayton, he's 8.5 seconds up the road from Paul Russell. He lapped on a 23.7 that last lap around, so pretty quick lap. Neil Fakeney was a bit faster though. So he's got some pace there down in P6. In the field, just starting to settle down a little bit. We have lost one. I'm trying to think who we've lost. Not sure. Anyway, continue to soldier on. No, Nando Latenzio's still out there. Okay. Anyway, so Reed and Herbertron, they've both made their compulsory stops. Pit window still has over 33 minutes left. It was a 45-minute pit window tonight. Mandatory fuel stop. As Bridgens giving chase to Paul Russell. So it's an Audi, Porsche, Ferrari and McLaren in the top 5. Last lap around, Paul Russell, 124.2, 123.8 to Hayes, so he's got the pace advantage over Paul Russell. That was faster than Terry Rayton, but the gap's 8.5 seconds, while about 9 seconds the difference between third and first. Just up ahead, but that's Herbertron, so he's currently 15th. He's beating lap traffic at this stage. Let's see what the times say. This one, yeah, 8/10 faster on that last lap was Hayes in the Ferrari, so you feel like it's not necessarily inevitable, but Paul Russell's definitely got a fight on his hands. He's got a faster car behind him. As Wally Masterson, he decides to make his pit stop. Not too sure if he struggled with that a little bit. Let's see. Let's go on board with him. I did mention it's a bit of a tricky pit lane entry here. Oh no, that was alright. There you go, full lock. See? Difficult one to navigate. Anyway, he's in there. And Frost now giving chase still to Russell. So Terry Rayton, he's our race leader, 9 seconds up the road. He'll be enjoying these. Oh, Russell makes a mistake. I just looked away for a moment. That's Peter Wall. This is all for position. I've got to go back and see what happened here. Oh, he made contact with Russell. Lucky not to be turned around there. Missed his braking marker. He's been in a bit of the wars tonight already. Hayes. So he's going to have to regather himself. He might be carrying a little bit of damage, judging by the the exterior of that car. He's got some battle scars on the front end of it. So he might be carrying a little bit of damage. If he was before, it certainly wasn't affecting his pace. As we have a look a little bit further down the field in 6th and 7th, Neil Fakeney holding on. He's defending from Matt Frost in the 666. He's the owner. Oh, they make contact! What is going on this evening? Let's have a look at that from the helicopter view. So coming out of turn... What was that? Oh, so Fakeney... Oh, Fakeney was correcting himself. I reckon he had a big snap of oversteer, and that's what's caused it there. So... Yeah, that's what it looked like from the naked eye, but we'll let the TDP sort that out after the race as Bridgens he's in for his stop. Yep, Music Racer, he got hit. Yep. That's what the replay showed. Oh, Frost. What's happened, Frost? Where are you? You dropped down. No, of course you have. Because we saw what happened to you before. Oh, that's big damage. That's the bonnet flapping. That's the sign that there is significant damage to that 666 Honda. That is not handling very well at all. Yeah, so he's got a bit of left hand down there by the looks of things. So that could be an extended period of time in the pits for Matt Frost. His race never really got going, did it? Right from the get-go. And then this little group here, Paul Russell, Mitch Hayes, Peter Wall. They're battling it out for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Last lap around, Russell did a 1:24.3 compared to a 1:24.6. Wall was a 1:24.7. And Frost already been in the pits for 50 seconds already, so let's see what that time ends up at. So Hayes has Peter Ward to contend with. Max Ricker. What's happened, Max? Oh no, that's not a spot you want to be in. Let's see what happened here on the replay. Oh, he looked like he just run a little bit deep and then went to get on the gas and yeah, ended up there. So back to live pictures. I think he's pitting as well, Max Ricker. He is. So he's going to make his stop. Yes, I agree with you, Gracie. A little bit of carnage tonight. Not too sure what's gotten into everyone, but maybe it was the week off and they're all excited. As Hayes continues to give chase. Last lap around at 1:24.3 to Russell, a 1:24 flat to Hayes. So they make their way through the final turn. And Hayes holds the advantage in pace on that last lap around. And it's steady as she goes across the rest of the field. So we've got a few more cars that have made their compulsory stop. 5 in total. James Pierre Reid, Wally Masterson, Herbertron, Bridgens and Frost. Now, I might be able to work out rough estimates. James Pierre Reid, total stop time 37 seconds. That would get him about 5th right now. If so, the other cars to stop in front of him would get him round about 5th position. So he's lapping a 124.4, a 124.3 to James Mack. So this is going to be interesting when they decide to make their stops. James Mack, that is. As we're just watching Hayes run a little bit wide. Makes his way into the pits. Still another just under 26 minutes. Looks like Matt Frost is underway again as well. I'll check on what that time was. Matt Frost, 1 minute 43 in total in the pits. So it's a fair bit of time in there. And he understandably finds himself in P15. So he's already had one DNF this season. That was in round 1. And he came back with a couple of strong results in 2 fourths. So we'll see if he decides to continue on for the next 32.5 minutes roughly. As we're watching Peter Wall, he's 1.9 seconds behind Russell because Hayes pitted. Hayes is back out. His pit stop was a total of 54 seconds, and that time indicates that he's decided to repair that car, and judging from the front end of it, we can see that that looks pretty nice and tidy. His total stop time for 23 seconds, so he's only taken fuel and damage. He hasn't changed tyres by the looks of it. Bridgens and Herbertron maybe change tyres, judging from their stop time. As James Mack, he now comes into the pits. This is going to be really interesting to see if James Reed can get him here. So Reed out there still. We'll see if James Mack hits his marks. Boom, he does. Here we go. Here's Pierre Reed. So he made his stop a little while ago now. About 20 minutes ago, Pierre Reed did. James Mack, he drops. Here comes Pierre Reed. James Mack continuing on. This is going to be pretty close. This is going to be super close between these two. There it is. There's Mack. So Reed got him. So Reed has been able to jump Mack in the pits. That means that Reed is on for a strong P5 here. At least. As the gap between Wall and Russell has closed significantly. So it's less than half a second between the two, but you don't need me to tell you that. You can see it right there for yourself on the screen. Last lap around at 124. Yeah, both in the 124.3s on the previous laps, these two. So Paul Russell, that's the view from his rear wing. As we are almost at the halfway mark of this one. That first half an hour has gone pretty quickly. As you see, Max Ricker there, just running a little bit wide. Now, Mitch Hayes made another stop. He had a stop-go penalty. Right, that makes sense. I didn't see that. So that's really dropped him out of contention now. Peter Wall has been in the wars by the looks of things. But he's going to go down the inside of Paul Russell. Nice move there from Peter Wall to take P2. Let's see what happened here. Oh, Russell, that's probably about the third car we've seen get caught out by that little sausage curb there on the inside. Sausage curb of death right now around turn 4. And now it's Russell's turn to give chase. That is Max Ricker, but he's down in P12 right now. So he's lap traffic. Andrew Lawrenson, where are you? You're in the chat. Where are you tonight? Hildebrandt has gone around. Herbertron has gone around. Are they related? I'm not too sure. Let's see what happened here. It doesn't look like it. That's Pierre Reed in the background. Oh, it's the sausage curb again. It's got another one. It's claimed quite a few victims tonight. It's at turn 4 again. So it's brought about 4 or 5 drivers unstuck. That's nearly a third of the field as Paul Russell, he hits his mark. Neil Fakeney goes through. And what about Reed and Mack? They're going to be the close ones, I reckon, to Russell. Russell's going again. Reed coming through. So Russell had a gap, and that was fine. But he's on for a pretty strong result. Paul Russell. Nando Latenzio's moved himself up into P5. Yet to pit. Started 7th in 5th. So nice work from him. That's Bridgens in the background, but he's down in P14. So that's a lapped car as Hildebrandt coming in after that little excursion that he had. So he might need to do some running repairs. Oh, he's in Tokyo, Andrew Lawrenson. Well, that's a pretty bloody fair excuse for not racing. So hope you're enjoying it, whatever you're doing. Maybe you'll see the yellow bullet train. I wonder if you're going to go see any baby metal as well while you're over there. Nonetheless, enjoy. Here's a scrap down in 14th and 15th between Bridgens and Frost. So Frost having a bit of a dirty race tonight. One that I'm sure he'll be able to, he'll be happy to put in the bin once he's done, basically. As Ricker closing up on Hildebrandt in 11th. So we've gone over the halfway mark. It's Terry Rayton still leading this one by a hefty margin of 18.6 seconds. Peter Wall in 2nd. Fakeney 3rd. Dominiak, Latenzio, Russell, Reed, Mark Masterson and Hildebrandt. Max Ricker rounding out the top 11. Looks like he's got a little bit of light damage there at the front of his car. These guys are battling out for 10th and 11th. Now that is Peter Wall, who's in 2nd outright right now. We've got 3 silver class drivers as well in 2nd, 3rd and 4th. So great to see the silver class drivers doing a fantastic job this evening. Tokyo Motor Show today. Bring the Horizon. Maximum Hamon, Baby Metal, all on Friday. That sounds good. Bring me the Horizon. I think they're touring out here December. I think they're going to be good things. Not my cup of tea, but hey, each to their own. Here's Peter Wall. Fakeney goes through into 2nd position. He's got Hayes behind him, but that's a lapped car. All right, Latenzio, he is making his stop as well. So Russell will head through. Now Reed should make a spot up as well as Mack. Yeah, I got you. Bring me the Horizon. That's all good. So there goes Reed. Yeah, and Peter Wall and Paul Russell have just swapped positions. Peter Wall just come out of the pits. And Paul Russell has managed to get back past him again. So who's left? Fakeney, Rayton, Fakeney, and Dominiak. Hildebrandt, what's happening? Oh, that's a big hit. Chris Hildebrandt. That's at the corkscrew. Oy. Oh, no. And around she goes. And bang. Yeah, that's not good. Gone from chocolates to boiled lollies this week, and yeah, into the pits to repair that damage. So maybe spending a hefty bit of time in there. Maybe it might be just under 2 minutes, like Matt Frost was, 1:43. So here's Peter Wall. He's made his stop. The top 3 yet to stop. Rayton, Fakeney, Dominiak. Average pit stop times were around about 38 seconds, and that would mean just trying to work this out here. No, I don't think Masterson's necessarily in the hunt. Mack is though. Yeah, I reckon we've got right now our top 3, net top 3 are probably Rayton, Russell and Wall. Right now, that's probably our podium at this stage. James Pierre Reed He's 10 seconds back from Peter Wall, and James Mack's 4.3 seconds behind him. So with only 23 and a half minutes left, it's all still to do. As Carlos Dominiak's made up a ton of ground on Neil Fakeney. Might have made a mistake there towards the end of the lap. And then Mitch Hayes is catching Nando Latenzio, who has a stop-go penalty. Speeding in the pit lane. Bit of insult to injury there. And then Wall closing in on Russell. Make their way down the straight. Latenzio coming in to serve his penalty. There he is. Alright, so question is, Rayton, Fakeney, Dominiak, when are they coming in? They have another 15 minutes before the pit window closes. Music race, I have to admit, it's a bit different. It's a different feeling watching people crash rather than being the one crashing. Yes. Never an enjoyable feeling, is it? EXO, I crash with the best of them. You go alright, EXO. Stop go cleared for car number 2. So nice little scrap going on here between Paul Russell and Peter Wall. So Peter Wall, his best finishes are 6th, 8th and 9th so far this season. As Fakeney comes into the pits. There he is. As these two will make their way past. That was Bridgens just flashing by in the background. Come over that hill. Lovely pictures. Track's fast. 15 degrees track temperature, 13 degrees air temperature. Still quite chilly despite the sun on the circuit. No wind to speak of. And we're not too far away from entering the final third of this race. So we've just got Brayton and Dominiak to pit. Rayton has a pit stop in his pocket right now, so the gap between him and Paul Russell is at 53 seconds. Average pit stop time has been around about 37-38, so you wouldn't really expect to see, unless he makes a major mistake. Where's Dominiak going to filter out here? There's probably... he could still be in the top 7. 7th or 8th. He's going to sort of filter out around there. He's lapping at the 1:24.6 last lap around. Yeah, it'd be pretty tight between he and Fakeney and Masterson. It'd be that 7th or 8th position. Pierre Reid has made a little bit of ground on Wall. He's now at 8.9 seconds. It was 10.1 a couple of laps ago. So he lapped a 1:23.9. Wall was a 1:24.8. So yeah, I'll monitor that gap very closely. At 9 seconds right now, Russell running a little bit wide. Got some V8 supercar style liveries on these two cars. Had the Gold Coast, what was it, Gold Coast 500 the other day. Oh, who's excited for Assetto Corsa 2? Coming out apparently June next year, by the sounds of things. Was announced recently. That's exciting. Wonder what that is going to look like. That's going to be very interesting. The hype cycle will begin for that in earnest. In the meantime, last lap around, Russell 24.482, 24.330 to Peter Wall. These are the two closest cars on circuit. That's why I've got them on the screen. Here's Rayton. Terry Rayton makes his pit stop. In the Audi, hits his marks. So, like I said, he's got a pit stop in his pocket here. Pit window still has just over 10 minutes left. And Rayton should be... Yep, there he goes. He's all done. So 34 seconds. Cruising. And he keeps a 12-second lead over Carlos Dominiak, who is the final car to pit. So he has continued on this lap. And yeah, he'll continue around. So he doesn't have a big enough gap over these two to make that stop. So if we're going on the 37 seconds as the rule of thumb, yeah, 7th or 8th is where Dominiak will filter out. As Rayton is back up underway, we are almost at the final quarter way mark of this one. This will be round 4 in the books. And then I've got to work out where we're racing after that. Yes, music racer. I'm more interested in Le Mans Ultimate, as am I. I'm excited for that. I think there was also a little bit of a story this previous week around the Nordschleife being added to ACC as well. So that was there was some little bit of detective work done from what's his name, Yardia, whatever his name is. He spotted a famous Nordschleife driver at Kunos. So there's a little bit of assumption and 1 + 1 = 4 kind of maths going on, but yeah, that would be cool if the Nordschleife was added to ACC. But yeah, the Le Mans Ultimate, I'm pretty excited for that too. What a great track. That's probably one of my favourite tracks, Le Mans. The mecca for endurance racing. We're not doing endurance racing here. We're doing sprint racing. So Dominiak is the highest of the silver drivers. Let's give him a bit of screen time, shall we? Just putting a lap there on... Well, Matt Frost trying to unlap himself. He's the highest of the silver class drivers. He started in 13th, currently 2nd, but he does still need to pit. Let's see if this lap around will dive in just to tick over 7 minutes. He does. Hits his mark. It's quite a nice looking yellow liveried Lamborghini, isn't it? So he hits his marks. Rayton goes through. Russell goes through. Wall goes through. Where's he going to come out here? He's fake knee. Dominiak's still in there. This could be alright for him. Off he goes. Here comes fake knee down the front straight. Oh, well, through the final turn. And Dominiak has been able to hold on to P6. So great work from Carlos Dominiak He started all the way down in P13 and finds himself with 13 and a half minutes to go, just over, in P6. So great work from Carlos Dominiak. Having a great race. He's third outright in silver class. This man on screen, he's first outright in silver class. And then Wally Masterson is currently leading the AM drivers. And this will help out his championship aspirations as well, because James Bridgens, who's ahead of him, is sitting last in class, and Herbertron's a couple of spots behind. So Wally Masterson having a great race so far here at Laguna Seca. 13 minutes to go. This is Mitch Hayes. He started up the front end of the grid, third in fact. And he has had quite the eventful race, Mitch Hayes. Finds himself in P11. He's got Herbertron, another Red Rebel Racing entry. Yeah, some new cars and stuff in ACC wouldn't go Australia. New tracks, music racer. So you'd think all their time, money, and development would be going into AC2. But anyway, we'll see what happens with it all. As Hayes giving chase to Frost. About 1.6 seconds faster on that previous lap. Goes down the inside. Gets the job done. Oh, wrong one. And there's Herbertron in the background. So Hayes now claims P10. 12 minutes left now. Time ticking away. 1.1 seconds to gap between Russell and Wall. Pierre Reid. What happened to him here? Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, he just got a tyre on the grass. Oh, he ran a little bit wide again. Oh, he did well to hang on to that. He kept his foot into it for quite a long time. As we go back to live pictures. So basically it's a battle for second right now, with Terry Rayton leading. 21 seconds is the gap between P1 and P2. Matt Frost hunting down Herbertron. We saw Mitch Hayes get his way past earlier. Will we see the same fate with Frost now as they head up through turn 6? Their way up towards the corkscrew once again. There we go. Beautiful. And he's going to go around the outside. Gets the job done. Oh, wrong one again. There we go. And Frost now moves up into P11. He started in P2, so he's fallen a fair way down the pack after his issues along the way. Here's Peter Waugh, as mentioned, the silver class leader. Pierre Reid is managing to hang on to P4 right now, so he's 11 seconds back from P3, and he's got the difference between him and James Mack at 5 seconds. Let's see what he laps this time around. A 24.2. What time does Mack do? A 24.4. So Reid looking like he's got this in hand. He was 5th last round, 11th before that, and he opened up the season with a 2nd. So having a pretty solid run, sitting 4th in the championship. Terry Rayton is going to have his championship aspirations given a bit of a boost. He will move into P2. Paul Russell, though, is doing his best to continue to occupy P2 as well in the championship. So, going to tighten up a little bit at the top. And, Andrew Lawrence not being here will make a bit of a difference as well. So we'll see if he's back from his overseas adventure. So here's Fakeney was 1.2 seconds behind Dominiak. So Dominiak did a great job to come out P6 after his stop. Only 1.2 seconds the gap. We hear the tyres squealing at the corkscrew chicane. 25.180 Dominiak that last lap around. 24.122. So second the difference roughly between Dominiak and Fakeney. This is for the silver class podium, in fact. Oh, the Lexus getting an update would be awesome. Don't see the Lexus too often anymore. So that last lap, Sid was half a second faster. Advantage Fakeney. And then Peter Wall also in there too. He's only, look at the gap between these two. This is great stuff. We're into the final less than 8 minutes remaining. Peter Wall hustling that McLaren through the corkscrew, giving chase to the Porsche belonging to Paul Russell. This will also have a bit of an effect on the Manufacturers' Championship. Porsche was sitting in second. They're going to fill two of the top four spots. And the pit window is now closed. So no one was caught out there, thankfully. And have a look at Fakeney and Dominiak. Can Carlos Dominiak hold on? Oh, the BMW of James Bridgens couldn't quite hold on there. Let's see what happens. Sausage curb. Oh, he'd already lost it through there. Just about. Oh, yeah. Just tried to catch it, and oh yeah, hard to slow the car up there and into the wall. So he's back underway. He's in 14th position. Yeah, that bonnet is starting to move around a little bit. Generally not a good sign, but I reckon he's just going to gut this out until the end here. Peter Wall. He sits third. He'd love to sit second. That's 0.6 of a second separating him from doing exactly that. Paul Russell, though, he wants to hold on to second place. That'd be his equal best result for the season. He's coming off consecutive podiums, so this would make it 3 podiums in a row for Paul Russell. You're all over it, Adrian Rice. You're all over it. It's quite admirable. A fountain of knowledge is Fakeney and Dominiak. So these are the two battles that we're going to monitor until the end. Peter Wall and Paul Russell for second and third, and then Fakeney and Masterson down there in 7th and 8th. Wally Masterson, he's the highest of the AM drivers, in fact, as well. So he's doing a great job. He's going to take out the AM class win in the brand new liveried. That's Neil Fakeney I was talking about. Wally Masterson was in the Conquest Racing Neon Storm entry. I don't know what Neon Storm is though. Oh, Peter Wall closing up on on Russell. 5/1000th of a second separating them on the previous lap. This battle not over yet. We've still got just under 5 minutes left. If the last 5 minutes is as exciting and as action-packed as the first 5 minutes, we could be in for some fireworks. Pierre Reid! Oh no! What's happened, James Pierre Reid? At the corkscrew. Has it gone wrong? Oh, we saw that happen to Max Ricker earlier on. Oh, and he's tried to flick spin it around. He's dropped a spot. So James Mack has gone through. James Pierre Reid has lost that spot. So just as I was saying, action-packed opening 5 minutes. So we're going to see an action-packed closing 5 minutes. So that's Pierre Reid just there. So he's dropped back a whole bunch of time. Only one position though. Yes, fingers crossed for Peter Wall's, for Crunch's internet connection. I agree. look at this. This is Peter Wall all over the back of Russell now. Less than 4 minutes remaining. Oh, he's going to send a move down the inside at the corkscrew. Oh, did they make contact? Let's see. We'll go back from the rear of Paul Russell's car. This will give us a pretty good view. Was there contact? No, there wasn't. Ooh, good racing between these two going on right now. Back to live pictures. Neil Fakeney. Oh no, he's going around. What's happened here? So that was Dominiak. That's Latenzio just in the background. Sausage curb. Sausage curb. Oh no, terrible. Neil Fakeney was having such a good run. Herbertron, what's happened, Herbertron? He's gone around as well. This is live pictures. Oh dear. He's not having a good end to this one. The last 5 minutes is kicking off right now as Herbertron sorts himself out. But this is Peter Wall and Paul Russell. They've been like this for a fair while now. Mitch Hayes looking to take one final position away from Max Ricker. Heather Russell asking the big questions. I like it, Heather. Why would you try to pass at the corkscrew? Very good question. Sometimes things don't necessarily make sense, but you just do them anyway when you're racing. That red mist descends, and logic kind of goes out the window sometimes. But all's well that ends well, and there was no contact between the two, and no one's race was spoiled. James Mack is 20 seconds adrift, so these guys don't want to get themselves tangled up with each other and throw away a podium for either of them. So I just want to keep that in the back of their mind before they fight too hard. We've got 80 seconds left. Where's Terry Rayton? Barely seen him tonight. He's about halfway through his lap, so next lap around he'll get the signal. And he is on his way to his first race win of season 3. We've stopped the streak at 3 for Andrew Lawrenson. Ooh, Bridgens, what's happened, Bridgens? Oh dear, doing donuts. Can do that in about a minute, just over a minute. Oh yep, and then round he goes. So we got the livery on him tonight, but it's not really brought him any luck, unfortunately.
Leaders on final lap.
There we go, there's the signal. Leader is on the final lap. Paul Russell and Peter Wall, they're going to battle it out for one more lap. Can Russell hold off Wall? You got Ricker and Hayes as well, and Masterson down there in 8th, 9th and 10th. They're all scrapping it out for the final positions. They'll have another... Oh, will this be their last lap? Possibly. This will be the last lap for Peter Wall and Terry Rayton. Peter Wall and Paul Russell, as it most definitely will be for Terry Rayton. Pick him up as he crosses the line, and this is the scrap. Oh, Ricker runs a little bit wide there at turn 6. Oh, Hayes looking to make a move. Ricker runs deep. Hayes gets through anyway. Here's Wall and Russell and Terry Rayton. Well done, Terry Rayton. Put it on pole position tonight. He's led all the way. He's done it easy, very comfortably. He comes through the final turn. Terry Rayton, number 85, takes win number 1 for the season. Congratulations, Terry Rayton, winner of round number 4 in the Audi. Great drive, flashing the lights. And I'd be pretty happy with myself as well as if I put on as a dominating performance as that. Paul Russell looks like he's going to manage to hold on to P2. So he'll take the second place on the podium. He crosses the line. Well done, Paul Russell. Peter Wall, great drive from him. He takes third outright, as well as the silver class win too. So congratulations, Peter Wall. The double whammy for him on the podium. James Mack is going to come home in 4th position in the McLaren. So that will help out his championship aspirations. And only 9 points ahead, his closest rival, Peter Wall. So that'll be interesting championship standings next week. James Pierre Reid, good race from him. He started 8th, going to finish 5th. He comes home. Congratulations, Dominiak. Then Fakeney comes home. And Wally Masterson is the AM class leader for this evening as well. Congratulations to Wally Masterson. Neil Fakeney is the last driver out on track. But it was this man here. Yeah, this man here. Terry Rayton, who took out the victory. Congratulations to him. He took pole position and he took his first race win of the season and his second podium. So massive congratulations to him in what was a rather entertaining race. So good to be back. Now next week we are going to be at, let me just quickly double check this, races that are coming up. We're going to be at the Hungaro ring. That's interesting. There we go. So next week the Hungaro ring, 60 minutes. And then we're going to do Spa for 100 minutes after that. And we'll wrap up the second trio of races. So great stuff. Congratulations to all our winners this evening. Great work to see everyone out there. Hopefully we get a little bit more of a larger grid over the next few weeks. We'll have to wait and see. In the meantime, please feel free to check out the action on the Ruse TV channel. We got AAES 2-hour summer series coming up. Not this weekend, the weekend after. That's going to be exciting as well. All right, we're all done here. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Music Racer, Heather Russell, I think Andrew Lawrenson was in there as well, EXO, and all of those watching on delay as well. That's it for this week. My name's Nick. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Have a great week. I'll see you next Monday. Until then,